Sometimes the most exciting things arrive in unassuming gray boxes. Well, to be fair, when I first unpacked this several months ago, it came with a colorful and explanatory sleeve around it, which I have since misplaced. Let me explain. I hadn't had the time, or more accurately, the headspace, to make art in the past half year or so because we moved from one country to another, which meant a lot of decluttering, packing, paperwork, finding a new apartment, settling into a new job, and many such things that suck up all of your creative energy. When I did have a moment to think of the more beautiful things in life, I spent it dreaming about art supplies. I believe I saw this Mossery box in an unpacking video before I was even aware of who Sibylline Meynet is. I had never encountered her art on the internet before, but when I saw the contents of the box that she put together for Mossery, I quickly did my research and ended up really wanting it. The main reason was the Holbein Acryla gouache, which is, or at least was, somewhat difficult to come by in Germany, where I now live again. The fact that the box also came with a nice porcelain palette, a nice sketchbook, mechanical pencil, other little things was a bonus, and the art prints and stickers are very pretty and inspirational too. What I didn't think very much about beforehand was the practice book with the guidelines on how to use acrylic gouache. But it turns out that I very much enjoyed discovering it and that it greatly helped me to get a foot in the door. Now, for those of you new to this channel, a little bit about me. I am more familiar with drawing than painting. The world of color mixing, applying opaque layers of paint is still somewhat new to me and can be quite daunting, especially after taking a break from art, which happens quite often to me. The thing is that I like to discover things on my own, which is why I was surprised at how much I enjoyed going through the exercises, mixing colors according to color charts, filling in the little shapes with the filbert brush, following lines with the liner brush, and especially I was surprised to find myself liking filling in the little outline sketches that Sibylline provided in the workbook. I didn't think that I would want to replicate someone else's art this way, but it's really nice not having to come up with a design, but to be able to really focus on what layer of color to apply when, to think of the effects you can achieve with the paint, how to mix the right color in the first place. It's a study that allows you to focus on the technical aspects and frees you of the artistic aspects, which really helped me a lot. And I feel that the little finger exercises help me get unstuck, help me to gain a steadier hand again, which is a problem if you haven't drawn or painted in a really long time. So this is just a long way of me saying that I enjoyed the box more than I expected. The art supplies included are of very good quality. The box is still available now on the Mossery website. It is quite expensive, so if you're interested, I suggest checking out one of the more objective unboxing videos you can find on YouTube, because what I've been saying so far is very personal and might not at all apply to your situation. So that's my disclaimer on that. But now I would also like to talk about what made me want to try out acrylic gouache in the first place. Around November, December last year, I got really interested in gouache painting because of the vibrant colors, the matte finish, which makes it an ideal tool for the type of illustration that I'm really interested in and that I want to get more into. You know, the type of illustration with mostly flat, vibrant colors. But for me, the tiling method, meaning mixing the right color, placing it on the paper next to other right colors, rather than adding layers of paint until the color looks right, is very unfamiliar to me because it's a bit further away from drawing, or at least my approach to drawing. Glazing over certain areas to deepen the shadows comes more naturally to me because that's essentially what you do with a pencil. Of course, there are other approaches, but to me it's always more of an iterative process, and I stop applying layers when I feel they look right. I don't usually go all in with a deep shade from the beginning. Traditional gouache has its limits when it comes to glazing because adding too much water on top of an already dried layer reactivates the paint and then the layers mix together, which isn't always ideal. Acrylic gouache dries and stays put, so you're able to layer thin washes on top of already dried layers, which allows for some beautiful effects. I tried it out with the towel painting from the workbook, the results of which you see at the very end of the video. At first, I applied the local color of the towel, then added the pattern and was able to glaze over it with a wash to get the shadow areas in. And I really, really like that about acrylic gouache. And that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm really excited about using gouache, traditional and acrylic, more in the future because it has a very zen quality. I just really like applying the paint layers. It's just this is where art making is at its most beautiful to me. I hope you're feeling good, feeling creative, and if not, just remember the creative energy will always come back to you if you make room for it. At least that's my experience. Have a great day.